What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Mage. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Odin. His name is Jellyfish. The map is Ghostlake, and this is a best of 3 for the Challengers League. For week 1 we're in right now. Jellyfish, very, very strong player. Always seen performing very well in the high-level team games. I haven't seen a lot of his 1v1 shenanigans though. So that's definitely going to be an interesting one to follow. Mage, on the other hand, I think he was in the PXX clan. Please correct me if I'm wrong about that one. He's currently in the GCS clan. And when he was playing in the PXX clan, I believe he played pretty well for the entire season. And PXX did surprisingly well in RTSL. I think they placed tied 3rd with WKT and OB, only losing out, barely losing out, I think, on the spot. And here we go. Got some relics over here. We've got the Sistrum of Bast. And we also have the Ankh of Ra. So some really, really good relics here. Sometimes I think it's almost worth it to secure this relic by getting an early temple and a Hersarak when you're against Egyptian players. But against Ra, you can basically 100% assume that he's not going to spot that one, because Ra players only ever do one little ring around their base like this, like Mage has done, and then they go back and they empower the food source, which is a thing. Now, Jellyfish, on the other hand, he's going to be able to get that relic at any point in the game. But what tends to happen is, at least in the early game, the relic doesn't do a lot for Norse because it has no impact on dwarves. It only affects your gatherers, making them go down to 45 food. The dwarfs, generally you're spamming dwarfs out as soon as you hit the classical age, because they don't cost any food. It allows you to spam out some army very fast. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see what Jellyfish wants to go for. He does spot the other relic over here. Ankh of Ra is also a really good relic for Norse, because oftentimes, especially against Egyptian, oftentimes you don't get a lot of fighting and you're missing out on that extra favor to like get things like a Migdol, or maybe an extra Frost Giant or a Mountain Giant or something like that. So we should be seeing both of those relics getting picked up in this game. In this matchup, it's actually a really, really difficult matchup for Odin here because of the double medium gold mines here. If you get lucky, you can get a 1 medium gold mine spawn. I think it's a 50-50 chance. So Jellyfish gets a little bit unlucky on this map. But you can get 2 medium gold mines here. 1 medium gold mine. And then if you look at the map layout where all the gold mines are, they're all forward and are very difficult to secure straight away just off the 3,000 gold when you go for, say, a fast second town center and into a fast farm, and you end up with like, I want to say like 1,000 gold-ish when you hit the heroic age left over, which means then you have to build a Migdol, which leaves you with like 600 gold, which is really not that many units to be built. But you can then also use that market to trade some wood for gold to at least help you get the second gold mine or something like that. And beyond all that, even if Jellyfish doesn't gold block on the second gold mine here, he does have a follow-up with a fast Ragnarok on this map, which is really, really potent, just because of the forward gold mines. And with the 2 medium gold mines, it will generally expire around the time a fast Ragnarok would come in. So he could get gold starved in that situation as well. So we'll see what Mage wants to do and what Jellyfish comes up with. He's already got his temple up, going through Heimdall here. Going through Heimdall. Also getting built. We do see the goats all spread out to avoid the shifting sands here. But I'm not sure about the Heimdall, just because you might want to think about getting out raiding cavalry with, I mean, maybe it's completely fine and he's just playing for literally just the undermine to pick off either a town center with an all-in on a town center, or he's thinking about undermining a Migdol stronghold and picking that one off. There is no way he's going to be able to. Well, he could possibly come in here and kill the tower off and pick off at least this gold mine in the back here. This gold mine here is actually exposed as well, so if he comes in and pushes off this gold mine and then undermines here, he could come around both sides and cause a lot of strife to Mage here. He's putting up wall segments everywhere. He's going through top. No surprises there. Jellyfish, on the other hand, over here, he's going to be... What's he doing? He's throwing his ravens forward. No military buildings just yet. There's an armory. So this is looking like a fast heroic through Njord into a mountain giant walking woods undermine play onto a second town center of Mage. So very, very interesting, but this does give away the fact that this is potentially coming, which may mean that Mage might just spam out priests and defend against this. He's building up the armory. He's not going for a second town center here. So this fast heroic from Jellyfish is not being met with the strategy he would hope for, because generally speaking, this strategy works decently well against a fast second town center because it gives the trees and the mountain giant something to attack. But without the second town center, you have to run into the base of your opponent to attack. And that means there's going to be all these watchtowers to help defend. The town center is also going to help defend. Plus the priest and pharaoh are already going to be there. And we are seeing the armory coming up for Mage. Just going for a one town center fast heroic on this Ghostlake map. Very, very interesting. We'll see his Jellyfish advancing just yet. He's not able to advance just yet. A little bit low on the food. Just ran out of caribou there. I would have actually liked to see him go over and eat that polar bear, considering he's still building dwarves. Only needed 200 food, and that would have been grabbed very fast. And he's got 300 wood in the bank, so that's probably going to be an instant hill fort. Maybe he's going to get a longhouse out because he needs to get some more infantry or something like that. But he's moving forward, and he sees there's no fast second town center as well, so he's making some decisions now. But Mage, not on his way just yet to the heroic age. He should be able to click up very soon. One town center fast farm. This is a late advance time for a one town center fast farm heroic age. You want to be advancing. 730, I reckon, is the primo position. He does have a good economy from this, but still want to be advancing a little bit faster than this, I'd say. And he may run into some problems because of the extra farms that he's built here. He's had to build. He went for 13 farms. If you're on one town center, I prefer 10 farms. The extra 3 farms would net you another priest or 2. We do see the longhouse coming up, and we have Jellyfish on his way to the heroic age, 60% compared to the 40% of the Hathor for Mage. And the Ravens are... Not sure why he deleted his armory there. He's going to rebuild it over this side. That's a bit of a strange one, but the Ravens chilling over here, looking for a spot to attack. Longhouse is moving forward for Jellyfish. This is looking awfully all in for Jellyfish. If he doesn't get this damage done, I don't think it's going to work out too well for him. The hill fort's going down instantly. I'd like to see him be making Huskal out of this, to be honest. If we check out Jellyfish's economy, he's got 12 villages on wood right now. So this is looking like a Huskal all in here with the throwing axemen as well to pick off potentially any axemen that are coming out. But the throwing axemen are not the best against what Mage is going to be doing here. Do we see priest getting made? He's already queued the priests to come out. I'd love to see an instant market here so we can start seeing some trading. There's the market, trading for more priests because he's going to be running low. The Migdol Stronghold sitting in a really nice position here away from this potential attack that's coming. Obviously, Mage does not know that, but this Migdol Stronghold does protect this gold mine while this gold mine's only got 900 gold left in it. So that's really good as well. We do see the rock spotting the mountain giant, spotting the hill fort. Going to be looking for some villages to be picking to be attacking. There's not a lot here to be attacking at this point because all of the villages are on wood at this point. And I mean, he could cast Locust on one of these batches of villages, but probably not going to pick off too many of them. And now we are seeing another hill fort coming in. Jarl's actually coming out now for Jellyfish. A little bit surprising to see those. And now the Einhjar coming in. The Mountain Giant Priest already going to be picking off this Einhjar. Got to pull that one back. Not paying attention just yet. Going to be losing that Einhjar very fast. Mountain Giant already down to half HP for some reason. I think he got attacked a little bit by by Mage's myth units, and now the Mountain Giant going to be moving in. He will be losing that one. There's no way he's going to be able to run away from this in time, and he does take significant damage, and then the Mountain Giant does fall without any depth to this. And we do see the markets coming up. Is our Mage considering Mythic Age here? No Mythic Age, just there for the trading situation. Locust does come down to pick off 2 villages here. There's no real units in the base apart from these 2 hurts, so another villager does fall. So Locust only getting 3 villages there is really, really good so far for Jellyfish. It's kind of, sometimes you can get 0 villages, sometimes you can get like 20 villages. 3 villages at this point in the game, that's a good trade. You still have Walking Wood, so that's a lot of value can be grabbed or gained by that. We are seeing Huskarl Jarl coming out for Jellyfish, who is still just waiting, biding his time. He doesn't have to cast this Walking Woods. So long as Mage is pushing to stay in the Heroic Age as well, not going to the Mythic Age, which is what's happening here. Jellyfish can just wait this out a little bit and potentially wait for the second gold mine to be expired before he decides to attack. We do see the myth units coming in though. Gonna get another villager pick off, trying to see the rock micro to bring them in front of the trees here. I would have preferred to see them dropped here. Would have got 2 villagers instead of just the 1. Now the rock's going to take some damage while flying over this town center. And the units, all these camels almost get trapped there, but one throwing axeman does fall. And Mage playing this really, really nicely. Some very strong control. Cavalry over here checking around, trying to see what he can. And we do have some siege towers coming out now for Mage as well, so you can probably force the issue a little bit here and try and push through this. These Jarl would be very, very strong had they got Ring Giver, but no Ring Giver, not even any medium raiders. He has seen the Migdol here. I'd love to see like an Undermine, Walking Woods here, and just go at this point. The longer you're waiting, I actually don't think it's going to work out too well for him, because Mage doesn't need to get a second town center here. He's completely content raiding with that, and he's gonna hit Mythic Age by like 13-14 minutes here. If he doesn't lose too many units, if he's deciding to fight this, and he gets off a horn, a special attack there, that's going to really assist the Norse army in this fight. And it's looking like these Huskarl need to get over onto the chariot archers. The Migdol stronghold doing a lot of damage. No Undermine being used on this watchtower is really big. We do see Walking Woods gets a cast down to prevent the siege tower from doing anything. Villagers over here are going to be trying to get this town center up. The army of Mage retreating at this point, moving around the back to try and keep these walking pines alive. But you have to remember, these are more like portable rams than anything else. They do 7 hack damage, which, while it's a good amount, like if you look at the Axeman, it's only 5 hack damage a second, but the extra 18 crush damage does basically nothing. We are seeing the army from Jellyfish coming around the back. This is absolutely huge. These priests, if they get picked off, especially the Pharaoh as well, these walking pines will start doing a lot of damage. We see a shifting sands getting being used on these units here to pull them away to help the retreat here from Mage. But this fight here is absolutely huge for Jellyfish, as he's completely running over this Ra army. That's really nice play there. The town center's almost up, but Jellyfish has spotted it. He's going to come over here and deny this town center. So that's a huge win right now for Jellyfish, but Mage is still in the game, still able to repopulate that army, making some more priests out to deal with these walking snowy pines. I would have loved to see the rock come back, to be honest, once the Walking Woods is down, because you just keep that rock in the back, and you can use those to help the priest to pick off the walking pines as well, because, well, they do extra damage against myth units, and they are considered a myth unit. We do see the Huskarls grabbing this forward town center as well. I like that. That's keeping Mage on 1 town center. We do see the siege towers pushing in right now for Jellyfish, while a lot of his units are not in here. Nice micro from that rock to pull the siege towers over to the other side. We'll be able to pick off this 1 Migdol. We check out Jellyfish's population. He's at 110 population. So Mage is 115. So it's looking like this is going slightly in the favor of Mage at this point, but I'm not sure he's got the right unit composition here to deal with the Huskar Jarl army. You need to get more Axemen out, and you need to get more cavalry out, basically. You can even go Spearman Cavalry as an option as well, with some of those priests here. He's getting out some Spearmen now and making those cavalry. So this is actually going to work out nicely for him. And Jellyfish has lost any sort of advantage he has. And not only that, he's got 700 resources invested in this town center, which are going to be instantly lost, as he's not going to be able to defend this. He's going to lose this hill fort first, and then these siege towers are just going to come over and kill this town center for free. And Jellyfish is going to be absolutely on the back foot right now. So we'll see if he's got any options here. There's so many idle... That shifting sands did so much, because Jellyfish is just not paying attention here. He finally picks up on that one. Going to be moving them back forward and looking to hit this this location here, as these units are chilling. Gonna have to lose this hill fort, unfortunately, which does mean that these Ulfjarls, still no ring giver, but does mean that these Ulfjarls won't be able to get produced anymore, which does make it very difficult for the Norse army to continue fighting against this Egyptian tyranny that's going on right now. The Patsukos in the back just really bolstering this army as well. And now we do see the villagers coming after this. They've got Skin of the Rhino, and while he will lose a couple of villagers here, this town center will fall. Siege towers coming in as well to pick this one off, but Jellyfish is already on it with his gatherers. He may be able to get a couple of pickoffs here, which does make this a pretty even trade, in all honesty. If you can get all three of these siege towers, that's 900 resources. But it's looking like it's not going to happen, as the micro from the rock is coming in to save them. That's actually such an ingenious usage of the rock when you're playing against people who defend their town centers with villagers. You can pick it up and then put it back down, and they have to micro again to get them to attack it. So a little bit of innovation there from Mage. I haven't seen that very much. And we do see the cavalry have spotted the dwarves moving out to this gold mine, because they are out of gold in the home base of Jellyfish. Now Jellyfish has got his market up. He may be looking to just all in this and get to the mythic age. Would be a really strong option right now, because Mage has just hit second town center. And he's going to be having to get that second gold mine. As I said earlier, this gold mine is going to be out 16 minutes. Ragnarok, one town center Ragnarok, even if it's just a one town center Ragnarok, still going to be difficult to defend at this point in the game. As long as you don't sacrifice those units too badly, should be totally fine. We are seeing a third town center now for Mage as well. Doesn't secure anything, but it will help get the economy of Mage in front. And let's see if Jellyfish can get to that next stage. Those houses getting picked off, building houses forward is always a big no-no here, and Jellyfish is going to have to spam those up, and he's actually spamming them up kind of on his front here, so he's going to lose those again in the coming future if Mage can keep pushing in. But the big question is, can we see 1,000 food, 1,000 gold? He's got 23 villagers on wood though, so he can trade that wood in for gold as well. So he may be able to just click up in the next 30 seconds or so, or even less, and we are seeing that wood is getting traded away as fast as possible. And remember, wood does gather, I clicked on the wrong thing, wood does gather faster than every other resource at 1.08. So even though you're trading at, what is it, well, it's gone down to 22 now, so like Mage has already been doing some wood trading, so it's actually not that worth it. But Jellyfish clicking up through Balder here. He's going to have to retreat yet again. Move off this gold mine would not be a bad idea. Get away from this fast, but he is trying to fight this at this point. He's making some good trades here, but no Jarls are out just yet to pick off these Patsukos. There's no Herso, or there's one Herso here, which should be moving up to try and pick off the Wadget, but he's just chilling, picking off these units in the back. We are seeing the siege towers getting picked off, and now Mage has to retreat here. And he's only got the one barracks up, so no Axeman spam to speak of at all. And I don't think he's going to be prepared at all for this. Barracks is coming up over here. I'd like to see like a market getting thrown up. You does see a gold mine over here, but a market in this corner starting that trade, maybe be able to sneak it, but there is a Raven already chilling here to spot that one out, so it's not going to be a problem. More longhouses coming up for Jellyfish. And the Jellyfish going to be retreating away from that gold mine to keep his villagers alive. 70% through to Balder. The question is going to be, can Mage get to the Mythic Age here? If Mage can get to the Mythic Age through Osiris, then on the combination of Osiris, Son of Osiris micro with a rock against a Ragnarok, it's really hard for the Norse players to stop that, and they just take so much damage from that Son of Osiris, and you just can't pick it off at all, and you will eventually lose that Rag army. And there's the Balder coming through. When we see the instant Ragnarok, he has to drop off these villages here. How's the armory situation looking? He does have copper weapons only. Frost Giant is there. Units getting transformed. We've got a 207 population Ragnarok now for Jellyfish, and he's going to be moving forward. These throwing axemen don't have axe and must spell, so that rock is going to be completely safe. The army moving straight forward to be fighting Mage here. I don't like this at all. You've got to send, well, you're sending some heroes down onto this gold mine. Very, very smart. Meanwhile, there's a house over there that doesn't really scout too much. You need to use that Raven to make sure that Red or Mage is not moving onto this gold mine, which he already has. The marker going up in the corner. A little bit of a Matrius marker there. Could have gone all the way to the corner there. But what can you do? The army of Mage getting pulled back. Jellyfish, for some reason, not attacking this location. He's hitting the reinforcements, which I do like. Some axemen coming out now for Mage, which is a little bit scary. Villagers going to be getting picked off this gold mine as they're running away, and Mage has got very, very low gold right now. And the Migdol stronghold going down. Fire Giant getting picked off right now by the priest and the pharaoh. Got to get onto that. We do see one hero of Ragnarok attacking the pharaoh, and he's losing them very, very fast here as this fight is going on. But the pharaoh's out, has got out of range of those at this point. Frost Giant, or sorry, Fire Giant in the back, still doing a lot of damage here. Goldmine has been picked off, but because this Raven is in the right spot, these villagers are just going to be getting gold here. And you can't let him be getting gold here. And we do see the siege towers coming in to pick off the town center at a home with the rock drop. An absolutely ingenious play that's going to prevent any sort of recovery of this Ragnarok. Not that there would be much from one town center, but he does manage to pick that one off, and he can just move around and pick everything else off here. So this is all about the heroes of Ragnarok getting a gold star and keeping as many of them alive as he possibly can. It's currently 157 population for Jellyfish, whereas Mage is at 112. So he is able to keep pushing here. We do see the heroes of Ragnarok have spotted this gold mining operation over here, but only 3 here. Mage could turn around and fight this if he wanted to. The villagers are still getting pushed back. Some mercenary trying to get produced. It looked like, maybe I'm lying, no mercenary just yet. And now Jellyfish pushing forward even further. Going to try and take down the town center. There is masons, but no sun-dried mud brick. No architects. Villagers moving forward. Going to try and sneak this gold mine, I think. Be a sneaky gold mine over here, actually. One villager on this gold mine while this is all going on. Or he could actually just come in and take the town center or something like that. We just see the siege towers getting dropped while one hero of Ragnarok comes back to try and defend it. Jellyfish's Ragnarok is getting mightily small right now. 123 population. Mage coming in now with the villagers to try and push back. These are strong villagers with the skin of the rhino, but the Fire Giant doesn't care too much about that as he just keeps piling in those fireballs in order to push the laborers back. And this is looking like Jellyfish can definitely win this one here. He just needs to make sure he doesn't sacrifice all of his units and keeps the gold starve on. But the villagers do manage to get around onto this mining camp, which is absolutely key here. He needs to get as much gold as he possibly can, and also get he needs wood as well. Some chariot archers getting built. And now a Mage pushing through. The rock still doing something. He does have, there's the undermine. He does have an undermine to help push through this town center, but it's a slow process. It doesn't help that much. He's going to move over onto the Migdol stronghold as well. The town center just about to fall down for Mage right now, so it's 0 town centers apiece. But it's looking like Mage has still got quite a few villagers remaining. It also gets a lucky pharaoh respawn there as well, I think. So he's going to be able to use that to help defend. Still pushing through. Jellyfish taking down the Migdol stronghold over here. But there's so many towers. It would have been a better idea, to be honest, for that undermine to be used on this watchtower and have that line come through onto the other watchtower over here. Instead of onto the town center, because then there'll be less damage that he would be sustaining right now. But now the villagers repairing the Migdol stronghold. Looking like the army is slowly starting to dwindle. Pharaoh is going to get sniped here. So nice play from Jellyfish with the remainder of his heroes of Ragnarok. The Migdol stronghold does go down. Jellyfish sitting at 60 population. Mage sitting at 60 population as well. Still some heroes down the back here. Still has this fire giant alive at 173 HP. More villagers are falling, but they're turning around and fighting at this point. Under the assistance of this watchtower, it's going to be really helpful. The Frost Fire Giant special attack does a lot of damage to the bulk villagers here. Now the village is going to be retreating away. Jellyfish has not enough resources to get his town center back. If he sells 300 food here, he's only going to be at 150 gold-ish. So it's just not enough to get anything back here. Does he have any units queued up? No units queued up here, so he's not going to be able to continue. The Raven does spot this town center going, this gold mine operation at this point. Priest coming out to pick off the fire giants, which are getting pulled back, and these villagers still running around trying to stay alive. And if we look at Mage's economy right now, he doesn't have enough food to get a second town center either, but he will be able to buy 106 food for only 100 gold, so he can get that back very easily with his market, which is in the corner, obviously. And now the heroes are in this corner here, able to pick off the villagers here, but looking like Mage is just all in back at this point. The fire giant trying to retreat away. A singular axeman has come out. More axemen going to be coming out. The fire giant turns around and tries to throw those fireballs back, but the rock micro comes in clutch, and he's going to be able to snipe that fire giant right now. And there is no real possible way for Jellyfish to get any more fire giants out. The villagers over here look like they're turning around to fight. Jellyfish microing to the best of his ability here, but it's just not going to be, it might be enough actually with the extra reinforcements that are coming in. Even a mark coming up now for Jellyfish in this corner. Jellyfish he does have 500 food, so maybe he could get, no, I don't think it's enough to get it's not enough to get a fire giant out at all. He could get a mountain giant out, but who knows. Villagers still alive over here looking to grab this gold mine. Also has a priest as well. Villagers retreating over here. The axeman coming in to clean this up. Going to be enough to shut down this raider, looks like. Maybe. Nice micro from Jellyfish keeping these units alive. The axeman slowly chipping away at this HP here, but they still have a lot of HP at 156 total. Do manage to pick off one axeman or one hero of Ragnarok there. The heroes of Ragnarok coming back over onto this gold mine. Still two priests here. The villagers are doing the best they can to get this gold mine back in action, and Mage is trying as hard as he can to continue getting gold, and the villagers just immediately come back into the rock. There is a medium throwing axeman here, so he can potentially pick off this rock with just that throwing axeman, but I'm not seeing it right now. It's looking like Mage is also onto these farms. He does have a goat here, which he could be eating, but choosing not to. What is his upgrades? Does he have better than plow? No, it's definitely better to eat that goat if he could, but he's just struggling to stay alive here. But I don't. Looks like he can't pick off the temple. Yep, go for the temple. Throwing axeman, chasing the rock by himself. These villagers could just drop onto him and pick off the throwing axeman. You kill off the throwing axeman. There's no way to kill this rock off. And the axeman of Mage coming over here right now, and he has to turn around and fight this one. He will be able to pick this off as well. Nice play there. Nice rock micro yet again from Mage. We've got an absolute insane game currently. Just come back over here, eat this food here. You don't do something with your villagers. Do something. Jellyfish literally can't do anything here. He can't do anything. He sold some food to do something. He's got a raiding cavalry or two out. He's still got 45 population. Mage is sitting at 28 population. And the units of Jellyfish are just... This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. And now Mage coming back around, turning the corner. And he's just going to be greeted. Yeah, he does have the throwing axe. He can pick this off maybe. Maybe, but the rock's just so fast. 4.5 speed. It's too much for the throwing action to get onto them. He needs Bog's Vigo from Extended Edition. Oh no. What insanity. We are seeing the Axeman taking down the heroes of Ragnarok now, but it's just chip damage at this point. He just doesn't want to lose any units. You come in, kill a couple, run away, heal them back up with the priest. Does get a Wadget out. Okay. I see you, Mage. Get it out that Wadget to help pick off those human units. Got a micro though. Don't want to be attacking the heroes of Ragnarok. The Jellyfish's army still able to just push through here, but the villagers have snuck back onto this gold mine again. And the Raven chilling over here on this gold mine, just not in the right spot. Almost going to pick off the temple. There's still a couple of barracks left up here as well, though. And the priest able to snipe some HP in the back of Jellyfish, and he's noticing that, well, there's no villagers left in that rock anymore, so they are going to be back onto a gold mine somewhere, and he's going to be moving over there for this at this time. Well, Jellyfish, where is he going with this army? He is moving back over into this side of the map here, moving these guys around onto this. The Raven does spot the villagers back onto the gold mine, and Jellyfish has got a moment here where he can potentially win this game. If he can snipe every one of these villagers, then that means that he's not going to be able to get away. But the rock is already over here. Split the throwing axeman up. Do something with them. Jellyfish, please. He didn't do it. He's not fast enough. He's going to get a couple of hits onto the rock, but he can just heal it back up. Oh no. Jellyfish, you're so close yet so far. So close yet so far. More units getting built now for Jellyfish. He's going to even build the mining camp to dump the gold that he has left over into that. Oh, he's not empowering it though. Could have empowered it to get a little bit extra. Oh no. This is so silly. But Mage just can't do. He has to. I don't know here. I don't know. I've got nothing. Mage could just be chopping down wood here and just getting 18 gold every 10 rotations of wood. That's the best. That's the best thing. Jellyfish moving back in, looking. Is he going to come in? No, he's going to go for the barracks. Okay. Okay. The unit's still spread out, and he has to realize at this point that Mage has just got too much economy. He got too much economy with what's that? 11 villages left. 13 villages. Can't do math. Never could do math. What a crazy game. And Jellyfish does decide in the 30th minute to tap out. GG. Well played by Mage. Actually, well played by Jellyfish as well. I honestly, had he had Axe of Muspel and had a couple of extra throwing axemans out and picked the rock off, he would have won this game, and it would have been a clutch victory. It would have been a clutch victory, but turns out Mage's rock micro too good here, and no counter without that Axe of Muspel. Jellyfish is probably never going to not upgrade that ever again. Ever again. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Please give us those follows and the subscriptions on the YouTubes if you are enjoying the content. I'm going to move on to game number 2 very shortly, so stick with me until that one's all ready to go.